Hi guys, Chris Abbott here, and welcome to another episode of Home of the Day. Today I have chosen an awesome property here. It's at 562 Yates Street, right downtown in the core of Victoria, Unit 304. I love the downtown of Victoria, BC. It's one of the most picturesque places you can find of any city. It's got a great, rich history. The Inner Harbor down there, the Parliament Building, the Empress, the architecture, the variety of shops, the food, you name it. Downtown Victoria has so much to offer. This building, I mean, I love it. It's kind of an iconic building. Imagine, if you can, just living in one of these units and being steps from amazing cafes, bars, restaurants, um, just getting down to the ocean. There's all sorts of walking trails and paths down there. There's all sorts of entertainment places, little bookshops, um, really neat little storefront shops, mom and pop shops. There's the downtown core, which has got great streets and pubs. You name it. Like, it is a really great place to be if you're a young person or you enjoy an active lifestyle and you want to be in the mix. I mean, I couldn't recommend a property more than I could this one. It's got a neat entry point here. You're coming in from the main street, okay? And of course, it's got all those unique features on the interior that you would expect of a building like this. I think this building, I want to say it was built in 1894. I can just double check that, but it's got some heritage about it. There's no question. And I like this plank style flooring. It's a little bit of a hardier floorboard, and then you've got exposed brick in here. And I love the bump out on the window. And just the way this current homeowner has styled it. I mean, they've definitely put their mark on this property. And I just like the way they set it up. They've got like a little book niche there. You can just sit out and chill, have your coffee there, maybe do your work on your laptop. Um, Obviously, it's a studio style apartment, right? Which isn't for everybody, but I mean, if you're a young person on the go or a young couple, you could definitely make this work, and it's at an accessible price point at $559,000. So you've kind of got that wow factor and that uniqueness, coupled with the lifestyle and getting yourself into the real estate market at a reasonable price point. So again, I mean, everything's been updated in this property, and essentially you don't have anything to do. So the more value, guys, you can bundle into your mortgage rather than cash financing or debt financing upgrades and improvements after you settle into your new home is absolutely perfect, because if you are on a budget, it's so much easier for you to have as much as you possibly can incorporate in your mortgage at a lower interest rate than it is to go about it the other way. And this way you get turnkey again, which is really nice for a lot of people. A lot of people are far too busy right now to get into renovation work, let alone manage contractors and have the mess and so forth. So something like this would be ideally suited for a person who's just looking for a move-in ready property. It's got the wow factors going on about it. You can see here there's a bike storage area, as well as some additional space for your other belongings. This is kind of neat. It's got a little loft up here. Um, it's just one of those little unique features that's just an add-on. It looks like they've got like a little, like almost like a Zen yoga lounge kind of seating area up there, maybe a book nook, just a little spot maybe where they go and they just chill, have a nap. I don't know. Really, really smart use of the space though. And as we carry on, you can just see, get a feel for this property. Again, I love that exposed brick and the heritage of it. This whole interior for me in a downtown setting, I just love the way they've converted this entire unit. For those of you who don't know, Victoria, BC has Canada's oldest Chinatown, and it is something to see. It's on Fisgard Street is the main street. You'll have the overhead, the traditional Chinese entry point to the neighborhood, which is something to see. And then, of course, there's Fan Tan Alley, which is one of the narrowest corridors in between buildings. Now, these were tenement buildings. They were boarding houses. These were used by the traders way back when it was Fort Victoria. Just an abundant, rich heritage and history here with diverse people at that time, even, which is very representative of Canada. There were also the shadier sides of this area, which would include the brothels and the drinking houses and the opium dens. And you can learn all about that history too. So there's a lot of history packed in this little area, and to actually live in that kind of a space, it's super cool, I think, guys. Victoria's done a really neat job too of merging modern structures and builds and coupling it with these older heritage style properties. So just so many things to like about this property. If I go through some details here with you, this is listed with a fellow realtor colleague of mine, Robin Scrimger, in the office. If you have questions about it, feel free to reach out to me, and Robin would also be happy to engage in terms of getting any additional information that might want to get for you. I could set up a private viewing for you. We can go through, take a look at the home, give you a better walk the area and so on. This home was last sold, okay, October 15th, 2021, and it sold for $580,000. Okay, so you can see now that it's definitely it's a buyer's advantage at this point. It's 559. So it's important to understand, guys, as a buyer representative, it's important to understand the motivations of the seller. That you could actually be helping someone out, despite the fact they're asking less than what they paid for. They might have financial pressures. They might have a job relocation situation that's happening, a change in their personal status. So there's all sorts of things that go into that. But the more details and information that you have can help you prepare an offer. And it could be a win-win scenario. So as long as you get your pre-approval in place and you know that you're square on the financing side and you can move forward and it makes sense for you, there could be a great opportunity here for a property like this. So in terms of square footage, this property is 577 square feet. It was remodeled in 2011, okay? And the taxes are very, very reasonable, especially for downtown living. You're sitting at $2,300, just over $2,320, let's call it, annually, which is very, very reasonable. Currently, this home's been listed for 56 days on the market, okay? So if you have any questions about this, feel free to reach out to me. Again, just a cool property. And like I said, I made a commitment to share with you diverse properties and give you a different housing mix to look at. I realize that there's different people who have different needs, so of course we can meet those depending on what's right for you. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. I'm at 778-966-6988. You can check me out online at chrisabbott.ca. And don't forget, guys, get the Abbott Advantage. Experience and expertise matters, and I've got over 2 decades in the business. So feel free to reach out. There are no silly questions, and I'm happy to help however I can. Have a great day, guys. Talk to you soon.